Okay. All summer long, there he is. I never even saw him. Legislator, bullshit. Well, we might as well get bullshit here. There's the legislator. This should be good. I wonder if he's in a good mood, bad mood.
Yes, the long-lost Charles White.
Been a while.
What has been? You been busy or in jail?
I was on vacation.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah, even the idiot mayor, Mike O'Brien, said, "Well, were you on vacation, Charles?"
He's
Don't understand.
You never see him around, so he's doing a good job.
You never see him around.
Oh, no, except being a good fella. I mean, not in any kind of disparity. Nobody's criticizing.
We need Woodside.
You.
We need Woodside.
No, Brad did his job.
We need him to return.
No, we don't. We get a good one. The mayor's okay. City council doing fine. You don't hear any shit about them.
He's an elitist.
He's what?
He's an elitist.
Who?
Mike O'Brien.
So what?
Well, you need elitists in politics.
Well, it'd be nice to have somebody with a brain.
You think he has a brain? That's the problem there.
Of course he has. What's wrong with being an elitist and being smart and dressing well and being well-spoken?
Well-spoken? What's wrong with you? Are you heading for a nervous breakdown or something? Have you been? What kind of marijuana are we smoking now?
The very best.
The very best. So you get confused with your personality.
Don't get confused whatsoever.
Did you already hear this guy on the news, on TV, the way he speaks?
I don't watch news.
Oh, that's the problem. Okay.
No, I don't need it, you know. If you want to avoid all the horse shit that's going on in this world, all the grief and it's all for nothing. It's just noise. Don't even bother. You know, escape. Use your tablets and your computer and your TV and your own brain just to escape from this shit.
So what about?
You don't have to worry about it.
So what about cops chasing less fortunate Indians and immigrants riding a bicycle on the sidewalk? We didn't know that.
They get paid a salary, and there's a law on the books, and they will make sure that law is brought to force.
How come
That's their job.
How come the north side they could ride a bicycle on the sidewalk and they don't bother them?
Because we're smarter over on the north side.
Why? How?
Well, because we were born that way. Southsiders somehow have a problem with thinking they wear their collars too tight and the blood doesn't get up there. See, we have loose collars over across the river.
You have such a loose collar that you have to shit and piss in the bushes at Carlton Park.
Some people do.
How come we don't have...
Some people do over here. Look, they had a good one going down here by the bridge. The Southsiders were just as dumb.
What? Had a washroom there?
Oh, well, a whole bunch of them were dumping right
Oh, you're talking about the tent.
Oh, sure. What's the difference? They're just people.
No, but...
trying to raise a little shit like you.
But that idiot mayor removed the portable washroom at Carlton Park. Does that make sense?
Maybe it was time.
Time for what? People shit and piss.
To change it, no. Because what's happened, the Picaroons there has publicly stated they have a toilet there ready for all hikers.
And they close at 8, 9 o'clock at night. Then you arrive there, enjoy the city.
Stay home.
Stay home?
Stay close over here at the park. There's a toilet right beside the beef statue, right behind it. You know, if the beef statue's still there. I don't know, the Beaverbrook statue.
Oh, I'm talking about, you're getting confused.
Right there.
I'm talking about here. I'm talking about
what's it, 3 blocks? Can't you hold it until you get there?
I'm talking about the north side.
Well, walk across the bridge or piss in the river.
What, you mean at your age you could hold on till across the river?
I figured
you got some kind of tube in there that you piss in your own pants?
If there's nobody within 5 feet of me, they're not seeing much of anything. And if there's a tree that's probably this wide, I can piss behind it.
Yeah, but that's exposure.
No, it isn't.
Not?
No, it isn't. When you get to my age, that's necessary.
Oh, so the law looks at necessary? The law don't...
You can still piss behind a tree in this world, as long as you don't wag it one too many times at a little kid.
But if you turn around, is that what? But if you could use the spraying, Irving could spray the forest with chemicals, you should be allowed to pee behind the tree.
The place, you know, they own it. They can do whatever they want, and I'm not going to argue with Irving.
No?
Don't argue with them at all. No.
So what?
For them, there'd be 20,000 people out of work.
Yeah. You sure about that?
Oh, totally.
So what do you do all summer?
Walked the dog, took care of my mother and my wife, and things like that.
Dennis Olin going to be retrial?
Don't know why.
He's going to be retrial.
What happened? Did an appeal go through?
Yeah, an appeal went through. He walked a few months ago.
And it should. It was one of the most atrocious decisions I was ever involved in. I was a witness. I wasn't a lawyer, but no, that was totally wrong. And Judge, I was disappointed in Graydon on that one because he's usually pretty well on.
Graydon who? It wasn't Graydon. Sorry.
It was Graydon Nicholas.
No.
Yes,
What kind of marijuana again? Graydon Nicholas
Charlie,
been gone for
you
7
just
years.
quit the shit about
Graydon.
just quit the shit about my memory and go check the fucking record, okay?
Graydon Nicholas wasn't the judge with Dennis Olin.
Oh, I'm not talking Olin. I thought you meant Dennis, the newspaper man.
No. Dennis, Dennis Olin.
Oh, wow, Olin, that's all right. He's got the money. You know,
Yeah.
My buddies are making good bucks off that. They're going to travel down to Bahamas after this is over. And justice will be done.
Last word, Donald Trump. But are you impressed with him?
I don't talk about him.
You still listen to CNN?
Waste of my time.
No, you don't.
No, I don't. No, I
People
don't
with
give a shit.
opinions.
There's no point in anything that man's involved in. Because I like intelligent conversations. And you can't have an intelligent conversation with the word Jesus, Trump, or Republican in it. You can't.
How come?
Is your audience that stupid that they can't kind of grasp that little homily? Come on, I give them more credit. I give your fans more credit than that. They know what I'm talking about.
Okay, what about Brian Gallant? He's way up in the
Good
polls.
guy. Everybody loves him. He's my man. I love him.
Don't like Blaine Higgs?
Don't have to. Blaine's fine. If he were in there, I wouldn't worry either because he's got a working brain.
People Alliance?
I don't know who they are. I don't bother with anything.
NDP?
NDP, fine idea, but they can't govern worth shit.
David Cohn? Green Party?
Not too crazy about them. Tree huggers got their place, but they shouldn't be running governments.
But he did show that he could speak on different issues.
Oh, he can. But they're a one-issue party, and we don't need that. We need an omnibus party. We need one that takes care of the whole show. A Danny party.
What are the RCMP going to take over the city in the next few months?
RCMP couldn't take over a one-whole shithouse and run it properly.
No.
So they're not going to run anything.
I got a question for you.
Yeah?
You don't have to answer this. Danielle Carmichael, a cop for Fredericton Police Force, she caused a disturbance in the rank and caused property damage, blah, blah, blah. But she signed a peace bond, the court peace bond.
Yeah.
And nothing in the Irving media. Nothing.
That happens.
Should a cop be forced to, if they screw up?
If they do a human act, they should be treated as a human. And sometimes those things are done in anger, and peace bonds are the way to handle it.
So what about me when I went in court?
Well, don't worry about it. You didn't get a peace bond. You didn't even.
They wanted me to sign a peace bond.
Sure, but you didn't. I get involved all the time in shit like that. That's what we did in court. We get these serious things down to peace bonds so people wouldn't attack each other.
So you still have faith in the justice system?
I never had faith in the justice system whatsoever, the system itself. As long as it's run by humans, there's not much faith. It does what it does.
So we are screwed.
No, you're not screwed. Just get the best system going, you know. This is as good as it's going to get in this country. It's better than the American system, better than the French system, and it works.
And you, when you were a lawyer, they used to have a provincial jail here in Fredericton.
Yeah.
And now they say, well, you get out of jail. It was announced a couple of weeks ago. Once your sentence is over, you're no longer the responsibility of the government. So therefore, they put you out the door from St. John to Miramichi to Edmundston.
Yeah.
And you have to walk. These people got no friends, no family.
Well, that was one of the problems we talked about when they took it out of here, but what's the big deal? You know?
They walk.
Somebody's always going to be from Podunk Corner compared to a hospital and a jail or a street light, you know? And they're going to have to find their way back home. There's not a free taxi here. There's no
more Danny Watters in the courts here, so therefore these people...
I couldn't control that part anyway. They had a pretty good taxi service, and they didn't leave too many people outside the door to freeze to death.
But these people shouldn't be found guilty in the first place. They're forced to plead guilty by the system, and the sheriff bring them over there. Why don't the sheriff bring them back here?
I don't know. They do their job. I got no complaints against the sheriff's office. They were transporting people all over the place.
Yeah, but why don't they bring them, the government?
Fred Jones, he was one of the best for transporting prisoners. He was a goodie. And the sheriff's office, they were great. They took them back and forth from...
Yeah, but they don't do that.
Well, that's not your...
Don't like politicians.
That's not your and my problem.
That's not me or your problem.
No, let somebody work it out that can. You know, but you can go on and rant in there if you want. But there's nobody in your audience that has any.
But I asked a politician, and they say, "Well, tough luck."
Yeah, well,
they wait till somebody dies,
well, maybe.
and then they have an inquiry. and then they put recommendation,
Yeah.
and then they don't follow the
That's how it
recommendation.
works. So go home and watch Oprah. You know, what the hell?